Nostradamus seems to predict the extreme results of a climate change.
This is Century 5, Quatrain 98.
At a latitude of 48 degrees at the end of Cancer, there is a very great drought. Fish in the sea, river, and lake boiled hectic from fire in the sky.
You look on a map, you look at the northern hemisphere, and all the great grain belts of the world are intersected by 48-degree latitude.
There are some verses where he talks about humanity falling into cannibalism because of the lack of food around the world.
Famine is the most dangerous threat to all of us in all prophecies of dire nature. The way you buy it in the doomsday is through hunger.
Dry, hot weather is shriveling crops in the heart of America's farm belt and squeezing food prices here and around the world. Ray Suarez has our story.
The leaves aren't regrowing as quickly. They're getting burned.
That lament at a community kitchen in Indianapolis is being heard across much of the nation this summer amid the most extensive drought in decades. According to the National Climatic Data Center, more than half of the lower 48 states, seen here in yellow, orange, and maroon, were in moderate to extreme drought in June. The Rockies, Central Plains, and Ohio Valley were hardest hit. From March to June, those three regions received the least precipitation in the U.S. To make matters worse, the last 12 months were the hottest since record-keeping began in 1895. If it goes on much longer, the drought could begin to rival the Dust Bowl of the 30s or the droughts of the 50s. That was the last time so much of the country was so dry.
If we don't get rain in the next 5 to 10 days, there probably won't be anything here to harvest.
Nearly 40% of the U.S. corn crop is already in poor condition, and the projected harvest is steadily falling. That means less feed for livestock, and for consumers, rising prices for produce, meat, and other products that rely heavily on corn. And we get two perspectives. Brian Fuchs is a climatologist at the National Drought Mitigation Center at the University of Nebraska. And David Beckman is a winner of the World Food Prize and president of Bread for the World, a nonprofit, nonpartisan Christian organization working to end hunger. Brian Fuchs, this growing season started with a lot of high hopes, the most extensive plantings in history and forecasts of a great crop. Did things abruptly get worse?
Well, we started the year off with a good planting season with great conditions to get the crop into the ground. And from that point on, things really became dry and the temperatures stayed elevated. So with a great kickoff, things rapidly declined from there to the point where we are today, where we're seeing a great expanse of drought across the entire country, including the grain belt.
The corn is pollinating right now. It's a minor miracle even when the weather isn't bad. Are the plants too stressed now by the drought to even pull it off?
Along with the dry conditions, we are seeing temperatures that have been quite warm as well. So put those two together, and you do add a lot of stress to the crop, as it is in that crucial pollination period where the yield is being set. So putting those two together, in the grain belt, we are seeing a lot of the crop being stressed, and we are hearing of declines to the crop as we have moved forward over the last few weeks.